Jeezy asked me to do my top 5 Jordans or something like that the other day. Well, no, that was today, I think. So, yeah, I'm gonna go do that real quick. So, sit back, watch these little videos, and let me know what you think if you want to let me know what you think. First up, what is this? Okay, I'm not really sure what order this is in. So, we got this right here. This is the Royal Ones, right? These, they made the list because I remember picking them up from one of the sketchiest looking Foot Lockers I've ever seen. It was during WrestleMania 33 weekend, if that was Orlando. Yeah, it was. So I remember picking them up there. I think they had bars on the windows and stuff. It was not the greatest look, you know? But somehow, I won these, then I wore them for the bulk of the weekend, switching in and out with those alternate Gym Red 12s. But yeah, these right here, these are pretty cool looking to me. And they've got some sort of memory attached. So that's kind of important, you know? Moving right along, let's see what's next over here. The next box, got a bunch of boxes over here to my right, your left, right? So, this is the, what do they call this? The Bloodlines, yeah. Remember these came out like right before the world shut down. Remember that was going on last year, still kind of going on this year? Yeah. So this was the last one that I picked up before everything started getting really like difficult to get. And these were like super easy, you know? But the thing is, I went out there, braved the Virginia Beach traffic, which was more terrible than usual because it was Black Friday. And I picked up my pair, also picked up a pair for my mom because around here we like to, spread the wealth, if you will. So she actually wore hers today to work, which is crazy because she works from home. Weird, right? But she likes to get dressed up for, I guess, herself. But either way, these right here, they definitely made the list because I do think they look pretty cool, you know? And given that it was my mom's first pair of ones, there's a little bit of, I don't know, something to it. Alright, let's go ahead and move on over to this third box, see what we got going on here. We're like halfway, just over halfway through, I guess, you know? Well, actually we are exactly halfway through, but that'll make sense in a minute. Up next, we got this right here, the Shadow Ones. These, not gonna lie, did not really see the appeal at first. I put in for the raffle, won the raffle 2 times, sold the other pair before I even left the mall, made back enough money on that to mostly cover a large chunk of this pair as well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I got them home and I kind of looked over them and wore them a couple times. But yeah, these are pretty nice. And now looking back at it when I was going through the ones to figure out which ones to pull out, yeah, this was one of the ones that first came to mind. So here we are breaking out the old Shadow Ones. Past that, I don't really have a whole lot to say because I don't have any of that nostalgia tied to them. It's just a good looking shoe. Isn't that enough though? On to box number 4. I kind of wish I knew what order these things were in, so that way when I was doing these videos I would know what I was going to say, but we'll see how it goes. I spend enough time talking in front of cameras that I should be decent at it, right? So, okay, nice. The Crimson Tint ones. These, I actually went through 2 pairs of these in some ways, because if my dad picked up a pair for me, it was like 9.5. I prefer 9, you know? So then when 5 points came through, they had them. So then I was like, alright, cool. I'm going to go ahead and get my size 9 in here. In a way, that was kind of a mistake. I should have just stuck with the 9.5 because it's not a huge difference. And paying that like extra UK shipping and whatever other import fees and stuff wasn't really the best decision. But given that I like these a fair amount, that kind of makes up for it, you know? And I still have that 9.5, which is at my mom's house to give my brother. I keep forgetting to do that, but sooner or later, I'll make that happen. Maybe. And now we've reached the end of this list for the most part. Stay tuned for another video. This is box number 5, and I actually know what this one's going to be because it's the only one I haven't seen, and it has to be my favorite one, which is kind of why it's last. And for this one, as you can see, we're going to bring out both of them. So, this right here, right, the top 3 ones. These right here was also my first pair of ones, right? I won a couple raffles back in the ticket days, you know, before you had applications and such on your phones. Yeah. But I think a lot of those people were just kind of helping me out because they knew I was like a regular shopper, and I'm totally cool with that. I wish more people would do that, honestly. But yeah, these right here, definitely my favorite pair of ones, period. So past that, I don't really know what else to say, but I do, like I said, have another pair for a rainy day just in case. I figure, you know what? If I ever wear this pair out, I'll have another one. That was my initial thoughts. I've worn these a lot, and they're still not really that worn out. Okay, so these lists are usually just not complete without some sort of honorable mention, right? So that's what we have going on here. And the only reason it's an honorable mention is because I didn't really know the rules. I guess I could have asked what the rules were, But I was like, screw it. We'll just do it how we do it, you know, which is just pick a bunch of 1 highs and go with those 5, right? And then, of course, though, this is still a Jordan 1, and it does fit into my top Jordan 1s, personally, right? But I don't know if it was like, you know, okay to pull out a mid, you know? I should ask Jeezy, like I said, but I just chose not to. And if I had, though, this would have definitely beat those Game Royals, right? I do like them, but this would have been the one that was in there. Those Game Royals, and those just barely beat the Storm Blues. I think I just picked the Royals because, you know, WrestleMania things. But these right here, black and yellow, you know I'm a big black and yellow guy. So, of course, these are going to be in the lineup. Number 1. So, if you've been following along with my Instagram, it's not a channel, what is it? Is it a page? Is it a profile? Whatever. If you've been following along with my Instagram presence for long enough, you probably might just be aware that when I post things, I like to add a little bit of context to them. You know, like when I post my little shoe that I wore today pictures, right? There's a little video talking about them, right? Because I think that it's kind of important to just kind of say some stuff about what you're talking about or what you're showing off anyways. And you can do the caption, sure, but for me, I'd rather just kind of speak my way through it, which does take a little bit more effort, so I see why a lot of people don't do it. But I mean, I think everybody could agree that it's a little easier, right? To just kind of say some words about something then and like type it all out, right? So there is that. But thanks, Jeezy, for throwing this my way. It was a fun little thing to do between, you know, whatever it is I was doing before and whatever I have to do after this. So appreciate it. See you later.